The plan wasn't to come back in and do another video for the demo of Absolum, but I'm doing it anyway because I wanted to clean over some of the rougher edges from the first two videos. I've done quite a few more runs now. I've unlocked more of the tree. I'll just quickly flick through them here. The idea is, now that we've done some more runs and I have a better understanding of how combat works to a degree, I'm not great at it still, it's a tricky system to get used to. It's very simple, but execution, there's room for some good execution here and there. It's definitely a little bit different to what I'm used to, which is why there's a bit of a learning curve to it. But mostly, I wanted to come in and do some runs, hopefully at least 2 or 3 in this video, and show off some more of how I think combos and combat in general is going to work. Because I think people, especially this button right here, is a big standout when it comes to what is this even for. Yes, it clashes, and it's one of the 2 things that you clash with besides your skills. Your skills clash and your arcana. It's going to get confusing because I always think of skills as like the special button. These are the arcana, they clash, and your skill, your triangle, I'm going to end up calling it a heavy button. I'm going to call it lights and heavies. It's just the way my brain works. They clash, and clashing is something that's difficult to do on smaller enemies and way easier and way better to do on bigger enemies with weapons. So boss fights usually. So I'm going to tell you more often than not, on smaller enemies, just try and dash into them and get the reflect effect. Otherwise, do clashes on bigger boss guys. Let's start a run. What I'm going to do is kind of go through, show a little bit more of what I've figured out and what I've learned, maybe like a new boss here and there. And afterwards, maybe give some final thoughts, because while I like most of what's going on here, there is skills inflict burn, pressure build up slower, give me skill burn. There's a few things here and there that I'm worried about long term. Nothing that's going to like hurt the game initially, but I'm worried about longevity, because most of the characters play almost too similar for their own good. I'm hoping that 4th character, the mage, is different. First things first, this is a chance for the map to really shine. So you can see here, it actually is showing us that there are 3 pathways when leaving this area. We can go up to the beach, we can go through to the forest, and we can even go down. What is the down option? Well, it's right here. There's a secret little cave, and we can pick up some rocks before going in. We get some ammo to walk in. There should be mushrooms and doggos in here. Speaking of doggos, dogs are weird because the best way to fight dogs, unless you're gonna, you know, chuck stuff at them, is to dash into them when they're initially being aggressive. If they come out and they're looking at you, necrotic wave. Dude, that guy's jaw was busted for real. See how he's like sitting there? Go dash into him. They will sit there and they will bark and they won't move towards you for the longest time. You can just go up and dash into them and mess them up straight away. Think of that little bit of extra money. Let's get out of here. Like I said, dash towards smaller enemies, the bigger guys with weapons especially. Is it now? Now, I've got 2 mana pips. That's a part of... Ooh, grab him. Chuck him straight up. Remember we learned that Galandra can throw straight up into the air? It's a loot thing! Kill it! It's greedy tentacles! Kill the greedy tentacles and it drops lots of stuff. It's a loot goblin, basically. Look at all that money, dude. What a good start. She can throw straight up. It's one of the things that separates her from the other characters, which is one of my main concerns, is I want more variance between the characters. So far, almost all of them fight very dangerously similar. They mash square to do little square combos. They all have a skill that can be used to clash, and they all have arcana abilities, which is where most of the difference comes in. Necrotic wave. I tried to do a tricky thing there. I don't know how well it was being shown off, but, you know, it kind of worked. Oh, here we go. I shouldn't have used that necrotic wave knowing who's about to show up. It's our good friend, the Mush Troll. It didn't come out in time. Hang on, he's doing this now. I really want him, but it's tricky because he's got all these little guys in the way now. There we go. I want him to try and swing at me, and we can get... See that? Big counter. Big counter. Not ready for him to recover so quickly. We can't dodge out the way of that very well. I'm trying to... See how this is like... You can try and dodge up and down, and it does not work very well. Like, I'm not even on the same, like, axis as him anymore, but it still works this way. This is one of my concerns I'm talking about. So let's let him swing, and we'll hit him with a punish. Swing again. Clash again. Punish. Break his guard, so to speak. And then bully him a little bit. One of my... I came down here on purpose because this guy and... You know the shield guy? Is it Rudolph? The shield and axe guy? Those guys can feel very hard to avoid their attacks sometimes. Now, I don't know if it's just me, but the sidestep dodge does not feel great. It feels like this... I don't think there's any iframes. I can't quite put my finger on it, whether or not there's actual true iframes, but the unblockable red attacks... I think the best way to approach that is literally just start sprinting and run away. Like, don't be near it. You might get clipped once, but just get away. I don't know if there's a sensible way to deal with that. I've tried doing clashes, and depending on the attack, you're not meant to do that. I don't think there's a way to really deal with it outside of that. It's a bit tricky to do. Long story short, sidestep dodging doesn't feel amazing. We can charge that here. Greatly increase all damage by 40% at the cost of splitting damage among all targets hit. Duelist is pretty cool. More so than charging the heavy attack, or at least the skill attack. I'd rather get the triple skill, to be honest.
Beyond the waves and under the moons,
we can rest up and get all of our life back. It's fine. Die. Come over here. We have 2 rocks, but who needs 2 rocks when we can grab an axe or 2? Now we can go up or we can go down. Let's go down, shall we? Now there is I think the bridge repaired thing is on the map, right? I've got to go down to the bridge at some point, which involves taking the middle route and go mess with that a little bit. No, I don't believe the behind the waterfall thing is here at the moment. There are things on the map that you can unlock, things that you can find on the map. It's pretty cool. Necrotic Wave. Necrotic Wave is really good. It's her only, like, good ranged option, to be fair. And it works pretty well. Get off the edge, my guy. You might notice I really don't do many running attacks anymore, especially on Galandra, because it doesn't really set her up that well unless the enemy is specifically against a wall and you can bounce them off the wall. But if they're not near the wall, I just don't worry about it, man. This little guy here. He's not... See, now he's... Did he just kill him? I think he just killed himself. Off they go. That's gonna hurt that little guy. Knock him into each other. Kill that guy. He did drop his weapon. We can pick that up. Now we have grenades. How nice for us. Thank you for the grenades, my guy. Taking your time helps, but also just, like, I don't know, knowing what to do against certain enemies matters a lot in this. Like, if you come across enemies and you're, like, never really sure what works on them. I'm gonna throw both of these over there. You're in for some trouble, my guy. Damn, we didn't even need both of them. I think both blew up at the same time. They triggered each other. I was gonna say. Grab him by his little neck. Clash. See that? You can clash reds. Oh, I thought I had some meter.
Necrotic wave.
That was lucky. Normally that would not have been a good idea. Just die for me. Into the wall with you. Give me this. Basically, long story short of what I'm trying to get to, I'm doing a bad job of it because I'm not on the flick. This button is way more important than you think. Don't treat it as an attack, treat it as a parry. What you basically have is a parry counter animation that just happens to do damage at the same time. You can use it at the end of combo strings. You can use it to reach enemies that are a little bit, you know, like cleave multiple dudes in a row that might be a little bit far away. But ultimately, your goal is to use it as a pseudo counter. Maybe I can do a little bit in this fight. This guy's a bit... He's a bit of a pain in the ass sometimes, but let's hope for the best. Because he likes to do a lot of these. There we go. Do a necrotic wave to counter him there. He's mad. Counter him there.
Necrotic wave.
Get a little running kick over here. Now he's gonna... Nah, die. We can finish him up pretty quickly.
We'll meet again on the Pilgrim Road.
You'll see how much smoother that fight is compared to previous ones I've done, especially the first time I fought this guy. Knowing his swings, like whenever he goes to do a swing, some enemies like the spearmen, when you see the little white flash when they're about to attack, you can just press this on reaction and it should hit at the same time. Bosses will deliberately delay and mix up some of their swing timings. The worst offender is Rudolph, the knight with the sword and with the axe, I should say, and the shield, because you can't hit him. Like you really need to counter him in order to fight him. He's like a bad example of a first fight for me to run into, because I tried to fight him normally and just go in and out. He needs to be countered for the most part, but he mixes up his attacks by doing one regular speed attack, but his ground swipe that kicks up dirt at you, that one is slower than usual.
Power and a purpose.
Oh, there's my triple swing. There we go, that's going to be helpful. If you know the timings on some of the enemies, you can really bully them, especially because your skill strike, this, and your arcana can both effectively counter or offset enemies the same.
Here, taste my wonderful soup.
We have so much money, it'd be a shame not to hire you, but I do have 400 gold. I could buy two 200 gold things. We can sell here now if we want to. I can sell stuff. Ooh. I could just buy 4 things. So we have mono target attacks, deal more damage. Mono target attacks are pretty cool. Basically hitting one enemy, like boss fights, are just good for us. Damage receive reduction, movement speed. I could buy a run attack deals more damage. See, I don't care. I'm not doing that very much. So what I might do is buy all three of these.
The smallest thing can help.
And then we can go hire our little friend down here, because this little guy...
I will compensate the trap. Lead on.
I don't know why, but he's just called Goblin Ally now. He used to have a name. He had names before. What happened to your name? These little goblin guys work really well, like better than the human guy for some reason. He just, like, he doesn't, he fights, dude. He doesn't mess around. Get me in here. Let's go get some other stuff done.
Grandary's greatest civilization.
Let's take the upstairs route this time.
Brought down by the madness
I do
of its
hope that what
sovereign.
I'm saying kind of makes sense. But the problem with this, and one of my concerns for the game, is that every character kind of functions the same way. Excuse me. They all want to do light combo strings, maybe a running attack here and there if you like doing running attacks, grab a dude, throw a dude against a wall. They all beat up the same, and they all strike the same. The differences in how they play come from the passives you find as you do runs, like this triple slash, or Carl had that running grab move that we found in the last video, I believe.
Hear me, unsanctioned wizard.
Things like that can make differences, but you have to find those in the middle of the run. The main thing that will separate the characters are the arcana skills they have. And the arcana skills are mostly a means to an end, like you can, pick whatever you like the most, whether it's Carl's grenade, rocket gun, his up-close boomstick. You could take Galandra's necrotic wave, this AoE blade thing that hits across the screen for a bit of range, her uppercut that sends her airborne. Some of them will have more unique individual usability, like her uppercut sending her into the air for air combos, or the spider mines on Cider being like a trap that you can set down. I want more of that. I want these characters to feel wholly unique to themselves. There's only 3 in the demo right now, and there's a 4th one that we haven't got access to. But with 4 characters, I want more separation. I don't know if this is something that the devs have already been keenly aware of and they're working on. This is only a demo, so there's a high chance that there's stuff in the full release game that will do this, where you'll unlock specific things that will make the characters function differently and make their combos work differently. All sorts of stuff like that. But one of my concerns is that by the time you finish the story and you've unlocked all the stuff, there'll be less incentive to do repeat runs and to keep playing the game, you know, outside of playing with friends online and stuff like that, which is a very good move. You need to do that. I'm glad they've done that. But just on your own, it's like, well, you've done it. You know, pick your skill, go in, and it's just up to random luck what passives you get, and the passives may or may not change combat, but for the most part, you are, you know, doing lights, strike, special, and that's more or less it for the most part.
Surrender and your end will be swift.
Nice. I want more
I will
kinetics.
slay
I
your
want
son
more
king
added to it, if that makes sense, you know? This, by the way, whoops, I don't know why I pressed there. These are some of the worst things to fight when you don't have an ally. If these guys surround you, oh, they're annoying. Look how much damage they did to my Goblo boy. Just like one or two of them in the corner beating him up. They do so much. The AoE explosion is so annoying to deal with. You need to do like strikes for that, I'm pretty sure. You really can't like stand there and be like, oh, I'm gonna dodge it. You can't dodge. Every chance you get, do not put any stock in the dodge to be what you need. On the necrotic wave there. Don't mind if I do. I should be doing some more clashes. I don't need to on the smaller enemies if I can catch them in time. 40% damage on armored enemies. I've never seen the claw charm before. Thank you. That is nice. What's this up here? I haven't seen this yet.
The Underking upheld the balance of the pact on the
Really now?
surface and was the light that led his folk through the darkness below.
Now, while I'm talking about the combat, I'll quickly go back and mention air combat, because in the previous video, especially with Cider, and a big reason for why I don't like this running attack, because it launches Galandra and air combo stuff, while feeling satisfying, you can't dodge. There is no reflect in midair. You can still do strikes in the air and your skills in the air. So what I recommend is, unless you're feeling confident and you can always be ready to stop your enemy with a good strike, don't do what I was doing and go into the air and just do light strike and then do like a full combo. You need to save this strike attack for if the enemy recovers or is going to hit you, or if someone else is behind you and going to hit you. You need to be able to quickly bust out effectively an air counter when you need it. It's very easy to see this character and think, oh, well, she's the character with the sword. I should be throwing sword attacks all the time. Sometimes you need to hold on to that and use it as a defensive measure. It's just as much a shield as it is a sword, and that counts for every character. They all have this same... There's a guy up here. Ready? I couldn't do it! I tried to do strikes. That's what I mean. Sometimes strike isn't the answer. I want you to hit... Oh! Damn, dude! Little guy's savage. That was kind of fucked up. Rocks. Boink in the air. Us. Big combo. Chucking these guys up into the air is very good, by the way. Her air throw is like one of her best things. Air attacks deal damage. Launched enemies apply a burn to themselves and other enemies. Anytime you can get more status effects on enemies, it's great. Is this the boss room coming up? I think we're pretty close, right? We should be. No, one more. No? Yes, boss room. I don't think I've had the little goblin ally with me for the boss fight before. This might be the first time that he's survived all the way, which goes to show how good I am at protecting my allies. This is a good chance. I won't talk too much because I'm going to be trying to concentrate on his attacks, but I'm going to try and do strike clashes as much as I can, because this Undermine King is a really good example of a fight where you can do that if you time it right. If I fuck up, though, not too much of a worry, because we've got an extra life, and we've got our ultimate we haven't used yet. So we're going to try and do our best on this to show off how some of these mechanics can work together. Hello, buddy. Wake up.
Do you understand now?
I do understand. Wake up.
It isn't over for...
Wake up, wake up, wake up. Let's do it, my guy.
Your defeat
Got
was
him.
foretold long ago.
Too early. That was a different attack. Too early. He's not hitting me. He's going after my buddy. But we can punish that.
Show you.
Ow. That scythe swing move is nasty. That one doesn't have the same timing. Come run, hide behind here. Break it. Ow. That's so slow. See how slow that is, dude? You have to know the timings. You can counter that one.
Necrotic wave. Let's end this.
And he dies. That was nowhere near as clean as I wanted it to be.
Now.
Now, I didn't want to do it in this run, but there is a tech. There is a tech that I'm going to tell you about
From the Eaters of Shadows.
that you can use when it comes to dealing with attacks like that spinning scythe. And I don't know how effective it is on that attack. I probably should have tried it. I probably should have... Oh, 6. How many can we have? 8. 8 rocks. I am the one who throws. If you're in that kind of a situation, so something that you can try and do if you want. I didn't do a lot of the triple because I wanted to try and do timing. What you can do, and I did this a lot in Skull, which is like counter buffering with a dodge. So if an attack is coming in and you think you can deflect it, this doesn't work on reds, but almost any other attack. Dodge in to reflect. If for whatever reason you mistimed it, guess what? You've got a backup option. You can quickly do that. Now, this is not good for, like, I want to say 80% of enemy attacks. Normally, by the time you miss this and this is coming out, see how long it takes to pull the sword out? You're in trouble. But against really delayed attacks, like what the Underking was doing with his sickle throw, where he throws it out and it spins, there should be enough time to dodge into it and hit him with this, and it should be a true counter. And then you can follow that up again by if you dodge, and then you do that. So if for whatever reason, this misses, you have one final defensive measure. When you start to think of this game as being a defensive game where, yes, you've got offense, you can run in and start smacking dudes, pick up rocks and, you know, throw all sorts of rocks and shit. But you have defensive, and an Arcana, you have a lot of defensive tools, and you need to either chain them together or use them appropriately. And that's one of the problems I was running into in the original videos was I'm trying to play it like a more aggressive beat 'em up where you go in there and you just hit buttons and kill dudes and you smash shit and yippee. It's a lot more methodical than that, and especially when you realize that the strike button is like a shield that you can use at the right time. We got a couple of good counters in there. Not, you know, tons of them, but we got some decent ones. Now, one of my issues I'm going to mention now is that idea that the way that you play characters can feel very samey. What's my radiance level at? Thank you. Thank you. I won't hit 20 yet. That's a lot of gems. That's a lot of... We can max out the tree right now. Let's go max out that tree, shall we? I don't think there's anything new for you. Hold up. No, there's nothing... There's no one that I finished in there. Tree, so companions are better now, and mounts are better now. So the funny ridey boys, we can do better on those. Now, I would go in with another Galandra run to show you the spinning washing machine skill. Honestly, if you really want to see it, get the demo, go try it out for yourself. It's not bad. It's not bad. Personally, my two favorites are either the Necrotic Wave, which is a bit vanilla. Necrotic Wave is just like a button to throw out there. I like the Ascent the most because it lets me do like air combo stuff. It's not the best at all times. Normally when I use Draconic Ascent, I'm either using it as the Clash counter, or I'm doing it to smaller enemies so I can get some, you know, flashy, cool air combo stuff in because I just like the look of it. Let's take a look at another familiar face. Let's go do a Carl run. And let's do something that even I haven't done yet, and that is mess around with Firestorm. I took a look at Firestorm in the last video. This is the one that has just a ton, an absolute ton of AoE potential, but I haven't messed with it in a run yet, so let's go take a look. Firestorm bullet. And we're gonna see if we can go down to where that bridge was. We need to take the middle route, I think. Clash triggers an explosion. That'd be pretty good. We could aim for that. The thing that the reason I wanted to try this is I don't know how some of these skills that are like weird different skills, like he fires and creates a rain of shells that come down. How does that clash? Does that clash? Do I just press the button at the same time? Burn when you deflect? Now let's do this. Do I have to be close, far? What do I have to do to make that work? Let's go try it out and see. So we take the middle route, and I want to go and see about this bridge being repaired. And hopefully not, you know, get too badly beat up in the process.
Firestorm bullet.
Oh, that sucks for you, buddy. That sucks for you. These little goblin guys, by the way, are really good practice for clashing. See that? As soon as they flash a white glow, you just do it. His little spear, he's like, flash white, press it, flash white, press it. And we can see that explosion coming in. Smaller enemies that attack more quickly, like dogs and stuff like that, nah, don't do that. Oh, I can't go in there now. That secret's not available on this map. The little creature wasn't there, so that secret's not available. Oh, oh, oh. No, don't do that.
Firestorm bullet.
Oh my god, that elite got fucking beat up. Clash. Clash. And I can't go back for the stuff that's behind me because we moved too far forward when I got overzealous to kill that little creature, and there's money right there. There's money literally right there that I can't get. That's a pain, man. I need to test and see how Firestorm bullet clashes. I need to get a guy to try and hit me. I want to see. Not like that. No. I'm assuming it maybe has to be the attack hitting him or something? I don't know. Oh, I'm sorry. I tried to get that to go around. Ugh. Big headbutt in the dick. Headbutt him in the dick. Ugh. Oh, that was juicy. Now, the next part of combat I want to talk about is the choice between finishing your combo string or cancelling it, because it's a bad example because I'm going to clash this guy and probably kill him all in one hit. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fourth hit does wall bounce, and it's good if you can combo it. If you can't combo it, it knocks enemies so far away that you can't really do much else. Although for Carl, knocking them back into a grenade shot or the Firestorm is probably a good idea. For other characters, if you don't have a good ranged button, this is why the Necrotic Slash on Galandra's pretty good, because you can knock them away and then fire that off and chain them if they like hit a wall or they're still being bounced or they knock into another enemy. But if you're trying to do like a melee combo, like do a couple of hits and then for her do the spinning washing machine thing or the uppercut, you need to do like 1, 2, 3 and then do your strike and then do an Arcana like I was doing in the first videos, because you're going to knock them too far away. So there's always that choice. However, there are some passive upgrades that make your finishes, and the last hit of your combo string is the finisher. They'll improve those. See, you can make this pretty consistent after a little bit if you just know to press it whenever they flash white. Although if he hadn't gotten airborne yet. Big punchies, big punchies. Knock him down, knock him down. Hello, lads. There we go. I'm just gonna hit it, dude. I know what you're trying to do.
Firestorm bullet.
Firestorm bullet. Oh, he still hit me through that. They are not getting stun locked in that as much as I thought they would. You guys stuck up here behind this shit. Oh, cheeky. Die. Can I break this and get some food? You have some gruel for me? Some bread?
Like this.
There was bread in that loot that I couldn't get before, wasn't there? Skills, trap the enemy in a splash bubble. Or skills increase static. Give me the splash bubble. We're doing a bit of skillage right now. Let's get some splash bubble action going. Is this the bridge? Have I gone past the... I'm at the bridge. Cool. So the bridge is meant to be fixed now.
Wandering alone, without a care, is a sure way to regain your
Ah, look at that. Look at that. The old bridge is fixed. So I can go across down this way instead of going another way. And we can get
That's
to...
a ritual, all right.
Ooh.
Let's be cautious, yeah?
I mean, I can see the sparkling bad thing on the
Beware.
ground.
Don't try to bind this one. An exiled. A hunter for the Crimson Order. It must have been taken down.
So...
It's not dead yet. And desperate for life.
So pay health to get it.
If you choose to take the ritual.
Yep. Okay, so pay health to take it. So are any of them good anyway? Clash spawns a proximity spark. That's pretty good for us, to be honest. Or Arcana gives a fiery ring. That's also not bad. These aren't terrible. How much do I pay? Whoa! I'm seeing on my... That's a lot of health. You know what? Nah, I'm okay. I'll Chad walk out of here. Although...
I hope
Days
it
of
was
old,
worth it.
We harness the heart of the storm.
Why can't we just kill it? I mean, it's on the ground. We could just finish it off. Just smash it a little bit. Wait, where'd you come from? Hello? Cheeky little bastard. Alright, let's test this out. He flash white. Boom! Oh, I could not do much about that. There we go. Firestorm bullet. I don't know how impressed I am with Firestorm bullet at this point in time, my guy. It doesn't seem terrible, but I kind of prefer the shotgun boom. Probably because he is a melee fighter, and I'm so used to being up close. I've got to try the grenade shot next. I haven't tried any of his other ones. I tried more of Cider's ones. Okay, now you're just being greedy. You're just trying to kill me. Thanks. Get bubbled, idiot. Stupid birds. Stupid birds. We both miss. We both suck. Throw it again. Throw it again. What are you, a coward? Throw it again. He dropped it off the edge. Don't do that. I wanted those. Oh, he just died from that, man. Thanks. Take that. Throw it at this guy. Turn around. Throw it at that guy. Ooh, knock him for one. A little bit of Jackie Chan action over here. Let me just do some crowd control real quick. Dash into that throw. Yep, grab, turn around, throw, hit with the double. Ooh, big punch. When it flows really nicely.
I've seen better.
Multi-target. Well, my gunshot should count as multi-target, right? My Firestorm bullet. Let's do both. Let's just make this corner spot absolute hell. Kinda worked. Ow! Oi! Off screen? That's rude, dude. Go ahead, throw it. I want you to do it. Fine, just jump over. Oh, I tried to do a dodge into. Oh my god. Can you get out of the... I'm picking him up. I want to dash through him instead, but I'm picking him up by mistake. Nope. Not bueno, dude. This bridge is really nasty. I normally try and be more patient with it, but I don't want to go too slow. An upgrade from my bubble. Splash bubble burst damage goes up by 62%. That's a pretty big chunk of extra damage. Let's go for it. Oh, you again? Alright, buddy. Is he gonna do the invincible dropkick again? Frame 1 like he normally does? I keep doing that by mistake. There's the dropkick.
Firestorm bullet.
Really? Ow. I'm trying to do... There we go. This ulti doesn't always come out right when you want it to sometimes, man. Oh, I tried the Firestorm bullet. I don't think Firestorm clashes as easily as other ones do. Earthbreaker while holding a dude. Strike 3 times in the air, bouncing off enemies. Wait, they gave you the Sakura combo? There's no way. Oh my god, did they actually give him Sakura's air combo? These are fighting game guys, dude. I've seen so many things in this game that just tell me that they're FGC bros.
Here, taste my wonderful soup.
I would like to taste your wonderful soup, but I'd also like to
It's always a pleasure
see...
to see your glistening coins.
Coins, crits deal more damage, aerials do more damage, impact deals... What's his... Right, it's that funny little, like, butt with the back of his rifle. Run attacks do more, impact is good. I think we do aerial damage. I might do aerial and then buy a
Barely
little
better
friend.
than junk.
I like having him, he's just a nice little dude.
Compensate. Lead on.
I mean, he's gonna celebrate his birthday and then die. Wait, what's his name? Zorga? Come, Zorga. Let's go be merry and be awesome dudes together and definitely not die because I paid money. AKA health. I paid my health, my lifeblood, to get upgrades. If I didn't pay that cost, I'd be pretty close to full health still. Just saying. Let's go bottom route this time.
Centuries. 5 generations.
I've got to try and do
mighty
some Makoto bouncing. Did I say Makoto? Sakura. I've got to do some Sakura bouncing. Oh, not this. Watch out, Zorga. Not good.
Lazy crap work.
Now we can move. Run, Zorga. I tried to do a counter to that. I tried to clash it and I couldn't. I did it too late. Oh, it literally is, dude. It just is. Why am I going... Dude, I went in to bounce on his head. Do it again. Do it again. Do it again. Do it again. Yeah, dude. I don't have too many easy ways of launching them, though. There's not many good excuses to go airborne with this guy. I kind of just have to jump in and do it. He grabbed me. Oh, cool. Oh, get bounced on, dude. Pause. Give me some rocks. Let me loot the body. No. Give me some health in here, maybe? No. Yo! Alright, buddy. Get me out of here. Oh my god. What? Jesus, get me out of here, dude. Oh my god.
I've seen better.
So many red attacks coming in and I don't have the greatest way of dealing with... I'm trying to use my Firestorm. I really don't think it works that well for this. Maybe Firestorm's more utility and just, you know, AoE damage and it doesn't... Can I pick you up? Yeah, have some of this. There you go. Treasure? Treasure for me? Thank you. Off you go. No. Okay, little guy just like committed seppuku and there was no one even there. He just ran and blew up for no reason. I'm okay with that. I've not seen this part of the bottom of the... Whoop. Leave him alone. Oh, get juggled, dude. Nice. Yeah, you can headbutt the shit out of that when that comes in. That's the strategy. If he runs in red style, you just go straight raw headbutt. Proximity spark hits 2 times in a row. We do have... Ooh. Finishes trap in a bubble splash. We do have improved, but this is new. I haven't used this one yet.
Power dancing at my fingertips.
Yeah, let's do it. I'm trying to take all the new ones to fill in the list of things. Now, I think this is boss time, right? We are about to die, but we have a second life. We come back with, what, 25%? So, you know, we may as well be about half health. The problem is using his blast bullet. I'm trying to figure out when I should use it in this fight. Probably when he's in phase 2. I could get 2 of them down while he's summoning rocks and shit at us.
Do you understand?
I do understand.
Forgive.
Quest super doomed. Just don't do too many of those spinning ones. There we go. Do it again. Do it again. That is eating him alive, dude. Look how much damage that was just doing to him. I just got knocked into the rock. Nope. Oh, that's coming down on me. Oh, that does damage? Ow. No! He bounced the other way. No. Sit down. There we go. Zorga lives again.
Is this all you want it to be?
Yes. Okay, Firestorm did really good damage. I didn't realize he could take so much damage in the transition. Like, while he was talking, he was still getting hit by the falling shots. I don't know. Firestorm's a bit tricky. Come on. Come on. Come on. I'll throw rocks at it. Yeah, good shit, Zorga. Let's go back and celebrate. Let's go back and tell merry tales of deeds well done. I think maybe his shotgun blast, the first skill that he's got, that might be the best one for doing clashes. But you could see in that run, I did more clashes probably with Carl than I was even doing with Galandra. I just had the right enemies for it. Enemies with weapons are really good for clashing with. Enemies like dogs and whatnot, I'd say dash like dogs.
Welcome.
The little crab guys, the flying birds. There are some enemies that are easier to do reflects, the dashing thing. Some better for clashes.
Of this view.
I really don't have anything else I can spend in here, do I? No, we're just kind of done. Which is good, because I feel like, as far as the demo is concerned, we're kind of done now. I've seen as much as I can see. I've done as much as I can do. Besides coming down here and showing you...
I like it here.
The museum.
Everything in its place.
Where I get to try out all of the things I have found and see ones that I have not found already. And it seems as though we can get... Yes, there's gems down here. I never grab these friggin' gems, dude. I see barrels and I don't break them all the time, and I need to. And then we can go up in here. What do we... Ride up in here? Bam! Doors open. Doors open. Look at that. I have finally opened the damn door. What else are we missing down here besides more gems? Just free gems for the collecting. I think that's it. Good work, Carl. Your name will go down in history. Overall, now that we're at the end kind of thing, I think Galandra's my favorite. I like Galandra. I don't like green Galandra. I like blue Galandra. Preferably with Draconic Ascent or Necrotic Wave. The Helix is fine, but the Ascent just feels so good, dude. Like, doing any degree of combo stuff and the enemy tries to hit you and you just offset them.
Draconic Ascent.
And right there, aerial Draconic Ascent still hits and does good damage, so you can actually loop it multiple times. So, assuming you've got, 2 mana bars to use, which you unlock in the tree, you can do a combo.
Draconic Ascent.
Light, light, heavy, do another ascent, light, light, heavy, before you even touch the ground, because after you do Draconic Ascent in the air, or just skills, it resets your air combo.
Draconic Ascent.
You can even do 1 more before touching the ground, but that's 3. You won't have 3 realistically. I hope you understand what I've been saying. The main concern that I have is that all the characters fight very similarly. They all mash square, they all throw, they all use skills and counter attacks. I'm hoping the Mage Frog is different enough. Otherwise, it might feel like everyone running around are very similar. Some skills like Carl's blast bullets, his grenades, things like Cider's traps that she can put down. Stuff like that adds difference, but I want more. I want these characters to really feel different. Galandra doesn't feel like she swords enough as it is. I want her to be like, across the screen slashing at dudes. I want Carl to be doing like some proper boxing combos here and there. I see Carl being the combo character based on fists, and I see Cider being the aerial character, but she can't dodge in the air. I think she should have an air dodge default. just to give her that extra edge and to encourage you to be airborne. Make it so that when she fights in the air, she's better in the air than she is on the ground, maybe. And have Galandra be the all-rounder who can do, you know, whatever, but not to the same degree. Her combos aren't as long as Karl's or not as beefy with, like, rapid consecutive hits. Her air game isn't quite as good as Cider's, and obviously the mage guy might have the best range utility. There's ways that you can cook these characters up to make them feel more unique to themselves, as opposed to the same basic formula with a few small adjustments here and there. But that's pretty much it. I wanted this to answer some questions about how you use the strike and the clash system, and how some enemies can be tackled differently, because I know from personal experience the learning curve with this game. In the first 2 videos, it was kicking my ass something severe. Now we can go in with a Karl run and sacrifice some health and still come out the other side pretty okay. Once I clean up some things here and there, and I know what skills I really like and what, you know, what routes to take to fight certain enemies. The Mush Troll down south is a pretty easy boss fight. Going up north on the beach and fighting Rudolph, for example, do that if you want to practice your clashes, because he's like the clash fight. Or go fight the troll guy, the goblin boss, if you want to also have a bit of both. I hope this has helped. For any of you struggling in the demo, or any of you not sure whether or not you were going to jump onto Absolum at some point, either now or during the release, I'm still looking forward to this coming out. I want to see what that mage in the ups corner right there, I want to see what he can do, because magic is a very different wheelhouse. If he goes in and he smacks with the stick and he only casts magic with his arcanas, I'll be disappointed. I expect him to be flinging spells left and right. He better be a badass sorcerer wizard man, and not just, you know, stick man with some spells here and there, because the other characters, Galandra's already there. She can, you know, throw out sword waves. But with all of that said and done, I've got to get out of here. I hope you guys have enjoyed this last look at Absolum until the release, and I will see you all again next time. Have a good one.